What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sang, and finally, we have part 2 of the Twitter files, and this one is called Twitter's Secret Blacklist. Hey, editor, cut my X-Files music on, and let's get into it. Alright, as you guys can see, this time it's headed by Barry West instead of Matt Taibbi, so we're just gonna jump straight into it. A new Twitter files investigation reveals that teams of Twitter employees build blacklists, prevent disfavored tweets from trending, and actively limit the visibility of entire accounts or even trending topics, all in secret without informing users. They doing a lot over there. Well, they used to. Elon's fixing it. Twitter once had a mission to give everyone the power to create and share ideas and information instantly without barriers. Along the way, barriers nevertheless were erected. Take, for example, Stanford's Dr. J. I ain't even gonna try, I'm gonna butcher it, who argued that COVID lockdowns would harm children. Twitter secretly placed him on a trends blacklist, which prevented his tweets from trending. Oh, there's a picture to go with it. Y'all see this? It said it left him active, but they blacklisted it. Whoa, that's crazy. Or consider the popular right-wing talk show host Dan Bongino, who at one point was slapped with a search blacklist. Oh, so you couldn't even search for him. And it says notification spike and search blacklist. That's wow. Wow. I'm not shocked after the first one, but that's crazy. Twitter set the account of conservative activist Charlie Kirk to do not amplify. Yo! Actually follow his stuff. Recent abuse strike, notification spike, do not amplify. So basically, they took out all the conservatives. All the people with common sense, they shut all of us up. If you weren't playing for the libs, you was the enemy. You was the enemy straight up. Twitter denied that it does such things. In 2018, Twitter's Vijaya Gad, then head of legal policy and trust, and Kayvon Bekpour, head of product, said, "We do not shadow ban." They added, "And we certainly don't shadow ban based on political viewpoints or ideology." We knew that's a lie, because in part 1, we saw how much money they was taking from the Dems to silence and suppress information. What many people call shadow banning, Twitter executives and employees call visibility filtering, or VF. Multiple high-level sources confirmed its meaning. Think about visibility filtering as being a way for us to suppress what people see to different levels. It's a very powerful tool, one senior Twitter employee told us. VF refers to Twitter's control over user visibility. It used VF to block searches of individual users, to limit the scope of a particular tweet's discoverability, to block select users' posts from ever appearing on the trending page, and from inclusion in hashtag searches. All without users' knowledge. We control visibility quite a bit, and we control the application of your content quite a bit, and normal people do not know how much we do. One Twitter engineer told us. 2 additional Twitter employees confirmed. They basically were like, "We don't like what you're saying, we shutting you up with the quickness. We just gonna shut you up." The group that decided whether to limit the reach of certain users was the Strategic Response Team, Global Escalation Team, or SRT-GET. It often handled up to 200 cases a day. They was suppressing 200 people daily? Or up to? That's still wild. That's wild. But there existed a level beyond official ticketing, beyond the rank and file moderators following the company's policy on paper. That is the Site Integrity Policy, Policy Escalation Support, known as SIP-PES. This secret group included Head of Legal, Policy, and Trust, Vijaya Gad. We learned about her in part 1. She suppressed everything. The Global Head of Trust and Safety, Yoel Roth. We learned about them too. Subsequent CEOs Jack Dorsey and Parag Agrawala and others. So Jack Dorsey was a part of it! Yo, this whole week my man was like, "Show it all, Elon, show it all. You don't have to hold it." Bro, you was a part of it? crazy. That's crazy. This is where the biggest, most politically sensitive decisions got made. Think high follower account, controversial. Another Twitter employee told us, for these, there would be no ticket or anything. So we would just go straight to the top. One of the accounts that rose to this level of scrutiny was Libs of TikTok, an account that was on the Trends blacklist and was designated as do not take action on user without consulting with SIPPES. I'm not even shocked. I'm not even shocked. They was always clipping them. It's crazy. The account, which Shaya Reichik began in November 2020 and now boasts over 1.4 million followers, was subjected to 6 suspensions in 2022 alone, Reichik says. Each time, Reichik was blocked from posting for as long as a week. Twitter repeatedly informed Reichik that she had been suspended for violating Twitter's policy against hateful conduct. But in an internal SIPPES memo from October 2022, after her 7th suspension, the committee acknowledged that Libs of TikTok has not directly engaged in behavior violative of the hateful conduct policy. See here. Hold on, we're gonna read this. Site policy recommends placing Libs of TikTok in a 7-day timeout at the account level. Meaning not for a specific tweet, based on the account's continued pattern of indirectly violating Twitter's hateful conduct policy by tweeting content that either leads to or intends to incite harassment against individuals and institutions that support the alphabet communities. At this time, site policy has not found explicitly violative tweets which result in a permanent suspension of the account. So they never found anything, so they knew nothing was there. They was just doing it to do it. This type of enforcement action will not lead to permanent suspension. However, should Libs of TikTok engage in any other direct tweet level violations of any of the site policies, we will move forward with permanent suspension. Assessment. Since its most recent timeout, while Libs of TikTok has not directly engaged in behavior violative of the hateful conduct policy, the user has continued in targeting individuals, allies, supporters of the alphabet community for alleged misconduct, the targeting of at least one of these institutions. But straight up here, it says they haven't found anything that was explicit. They haven't found any explicitly violative tweets. So, I'm not even shocked. I'm not even shocked. The committee justified her suspensions internally by claiming her post encouraged online harassment of hospitals and medical providers by insinuating that gender-affirming healthcare is equivalent to child abuse or grooming. It is. It literally is. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Compare this to what happened when Reichik herself was doxxed on November 21st, 2022. A photo of her home with her address was posted in a tweet that has garnered more than 10,000 likes. But they're not going to take that down. When Reichik told Twitter that her address had been disseminated, she says Twitter support responded with this message. We reviewed the reported content and didn't find it to be in violation of the Twitter rules. No action was taken. The doxing tweet, it's still up? Elon's in charge and it's still up? Look at this. Hello, thanks for reaching out. We reviewed the reported content and didn't find it to be in violation of the Twitter rules. In this case, no action will be taken at this time. What? They doxed her. That's crazy. That's crazy. That lets you know. You don't fall in line. You don't fall in line with the Dems. They will... Everything they blame us for doing. You guys are hateful, you incite this, you're crazy, you be doxing people, you're all about hate and protesting, ruining lives. That's all they do. That is all they do. I don't know why. I shouldn't be shocked. I shouldn't be shocked. In internal Slack messages, Twitter employees spoke of using technicalities to restrict the visibility of tweets and subjects. Here's Yoel Roth, Twitter's then global head of trust and safety, in a direct message to a colleague in early 2021. A lot of times, SI has used technicality spam enforcements as a way to solve a problem created by safety under enforcing their policies. which again isn't a problem per se, but it keeps us from addressing the root cause of the issue, which is that our safety policies need some attention. And you know, he willingly walked away when Elon came onto the scene. He's the one that willingly just picked up and walked off. 6 days later, in a direct message with an employee on the health, misinformation, privacy, and identity research team, Roth requested more research to support expanding non-removal policy interventions like disabling engagements and de-amplification/visibility filtering. One of the biggest areas I'd love research support on is non-removal policy interventions like disabling engagements and de-amplification visibility filtering. The hypothesis underlying much of what we've implemented is that if exposure to, example, misinformation directly causes harm, we should use remediations that reduce exposure, and limiting the spread virality of content is a good way to do that by just reducing prevalence overall. We got Jack on board with implementing this for civic integrity in the near term, but we're going to need to make a more robust case to get this into our repertoire of policy remediations, especially for other policy domains, so I'd love researchers' point of view on that. Roth wrote, the hypothesis underlying much of what we implemented is that if exposure to, okay, this is what we just read. This is literally what we just read. And then also he added, we got Jack on board. We just read that in the tweet. There's more to come on this story, which was reported by all these people here and the team, the Free Press. Keep up with this unfolding story here and at our brand new website, thefp.com. The authors have broad and expanding access to Twitter's files. The only condition we agreed to was that the material would first be published on Twitter. Oh, so wait, is there more? Is there more? All right, y'all, that looks like that's it. Now, if it's not, and you see me randomly cut back in after this and keep going, but that looks like it's it. She basically said to keep up with the story, they're going to keep posting here on Twitter, or they're going to do it on their website, which you can see right here. It's thefp.com. That takes you to the Free Press. So, I'm not shocked. The only thing that was shocking this time around, Jack was a part of it. They got deeper into the suppression of libs of TikTok. Like I said, man, you play on the correct side. The other side, they try to demonize you, and that's what they put out to the public, to all the sheep who can't think for themselves, and they just believe everything that comes to them. But everything is suppressed. Everything is suppressed. And it's crazy because Twitter ain't the only one. That FBI agent came out earlier after the Twitter Files Part 1 dropped. That FBI agent came out and was like, oh yeah, the DNC sits down with all the big tech companies to suppress information and stuff. So it just ain't Twitter. It's just not Twitter. But you guys already know where to come back to whenever they drop more information, or Part 3, however they gonna title it. I'm gonna have it right here on my channel. You know I am. So until next time, you already know who it is. It's Sang.